Hey yo, what's up guys? HerCB9 coming at you guys with a video, and today's video, I will be doing the Chiefs schedule prediction, and so yeah, there was a lot of loss with the Chiefs guys, like the loss of Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill for 8 weeks. So I'm gonna in here be like doing it, like adding it up for like 8 weeks, and see when they get Tyreek Hill back. Cause let's see this real quick: 2, 4, 6, 8. They will get Tyreek Hill back at home against the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah. So there is some lightness, like I can see brightness in the Chiefs. Is at the end of the day, what the heck? Okay, that just started for no reason. But at the end of the day, they have Patrick Mahomes. Let's be honest, like Patrick Mahomes really, he's magical. So saying that, we are going to start the schedule. Alright, so first off, they have to go to a tough game in Jacksonville. I can see them getting the first win, starting off 1-0, and then they have to go to Oakland. Pretty easy game. I see them taking a dub, starting off 2-0, and then the Ravens come home. I see them doing pretty good again, 3-0. And guys, the Lions will shock people. So I gotta say, I think the Lions take the dub. Chiefs 3-1. And then they have Indy come to town. They lose. And then they have Houston coming to town. They lose. Now, what are they? 3 losses in a row? Guess what? They go against the Broncos. They get an easy win right there. Basically, it's bye week. And then Packers have to come into town. I see the Packers pulling the upset. Packers win. And then against the Vikings, Tyreek Hill's back. I think the Vikings are going to be a force to reckon with next year. I see them taking the win. And then they have to Tennessee. I see them taking another win right there. Then they have to go to the Chargers at home. I see them taking an L. And they don't sweep the Oakland Raiders. They take another loss against Oakland. And right now, this is a tough game for them. I see them winning at Foxborough. And then they have to go their home game against the Broncos. I see them. They need these wins, guys. I think if the Chiefs Patriots game was like a week 3, week 4 game, I think the Chiefs would have lost. Patriots would have won. I'm just saying all these wins just because I think they need it. Like Chiefs are gonna be right now in a must-win mode. They're like, we must win this. And then they have to go to Chicago. I see Chicago falling off next year, and the Chiefs taking the victory. And then Chargers at Chiefs. I see that the Chiefs ending their game. They're ending their season. I cannot talk today. Ending their season with 4 straight wins, and they will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses. The Chiefs will go 9-7. Alright, now we're gonna go to the Oakland Raiders. And alright, let me load up their schedule real quick. Raiders schedule. Alright guys, so Raiders are my team that I think could perform like the Colts next year. If you know what guys, I mean, like a young team. Like this team did grab some pretty good free agent. They did have a pretty good free agency, just like the Colts did last 2 years ago, I guess you could say now. And last year. And then they did have a pretty good draft like the Colts did last year too. So I think I'm comparing them to the Colts just because they're young. They're a pretty good young roster, and I think they're not gonna play like they should be in week 1. Colts played okay in week 1, and like they just got better and better over it because like young players starting. You guys know what I mean. And then so Broncos at Raiders. I see the Raiders taking 2 straight losses because they host the Chiefs at home, and then they have to have the Vikings come home, another loss against Indianapolis, another loss, and then Khalil Mack's revenge game. I see them taking another loss against the Bears, and then they have to go to the Packers. I see them taking another loss. Right now they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 0-6 right now. They get their first win against Houston. They get a win against Detroit, and then against the Chargers, the losing streak ends against the Bengals. The winning streak goes again. Then against the Jets, winning streak goes again, and now the Chiefs. This is the bottom half of their schedule. And hold up, what week is that? Wait, that's week 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I do see. Yeah. They're gonna lose against the Chiefs. Then they're facing the Titans, a win, and they're in must-win mode right now. I see them taking a win against Jacksonville Chargers. They lose that game. And then at Broncos, I see them winning. And the Oakland Raiders will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 7 and 9 for Oakland. Tell me what you guys think. Let me recount that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 7 and 9 for Oakland Raiders. I think that perfectly matches Oakland. I see them as a team that can go 7 and 9 each year. I just see not Broncos. I just see them as that type of team to go 7 and 9 each year. So 7 and 9 for the Raiders. That's pretty decent. It's like you're not bad, but you're mediocre right now. It's like you are bad, but it's not that like on the good side of bad. Like 8 and 8, you're average. Above 8 and 8, you're good. And if you're down below 8 and 8, you're a bad team. But like I say, 7 and 9 into 6 and 10, it's mediocre. 6 and 10, 8 and 8. That's my mediocre. That's my mediocre team range. Alright, so first off, the Denver Broncos. They have to go to the Oakland Raiders. I see them taking a win, and I see them pulling the upset off at home against the Bears. And then they have to go to Green Bay. I see them taking a loss against Green Bay. Then Jacksonville Jaguars come to town, another loss. They have to go to Chargers, another loss. Titans coming to town, 4 straight losses in a row. What are you going to do? They lose against the Chiefs. They lose against Indianapolis. They get a win against the most overrated Browns in the NFL. And they have to go to the Vikings. I see them taking a win against the Vikings and against the Bills. They lose and then lose against the Chargers. Then they lose against the Texans. Then against the Chiefs. They do take another L, and then Detroit comes into town, take another L. What is this? 6 straight losses in a row. They lose to Oakland, and I can see the Denver Broncos going 4 and 12. I'm sorry, Denver. I don't see Denver as one of those really elite teams to me. I see them as mediocre and pretty much they're in rebuilding form right now. I see like. They're gonna be close to the number 1 overall pick. Wait, let me see. Who's the worst team right now? Okay, so they are 3rd in the NFL for worst right now. Dolphins are the worst. Then the Bengals, and then the Denver Broncos. So yeah, you guys would get the 3rd overall pick right now, but I haven't done NFC yet. So just to let you guys know. Alright, now the Chargers schedule. I can see the Chargers being one of the biggest threats in the NFL. So guys, the Chargers against my Colts. Chargers at home. I see them Chargers taking another win, and then they have to go to Detroit, another win. Texans come to town, a win. They're at Dolphins. They get a win right there. And then Broncos, they get a win. Steelers, they get a win. Texans get a win. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight wins in a row. 8 straight wins in a row against Chicago. And then they lose against the Pack, 8 and 1. They get a win against Oakland Raiders. They get a win against the Chiefs. Win against the Broncos. Win against the Jags. Win against loss against the Vikings, and then against the Raiders, they will take a win, and then against the Chiefs, they take an L, and Chargers, I see you guys going 13-3, getting the best record in AFC, and it's right now the best record in AFC right now. In the AFC divisions are Chargers 13-3, Indianapolis 13-3, and then second would be the Patriots 11-5, and then fourth would be the Jags Jaguars 10-6. No. Fourth would be the Jets 11-5, and then fifth would be the Jags 10-6. That's my top 5 teams in the AFC next year. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I will be starting NFC, which means starting with NFC South. I gotta love that division, one of my favorite divisions in the NFL, guys. So make sure y'all check out my recent videos, and I'll be having a playoff video coming out here soon. See you all later. Have a great day. Get rest of your night. Peace.